All right, here we are. Monday morning, chickens in the background, class. We're gonna do a simple drawing today. I told you we'd do an easy project. I wanna draw a dragon on a piece of cardboard, peel away the cardboard, make it look awesome. Why a dragon and not a spirit animal or something that exists in nature? I wanna do a dragon because they're fun and we can make them look like us. Now, actually look like us? No, but what we would be if we were a dragon. I think that would be awesome. And that's what I'm gonna do. And you can reference pictures from the internet, and I wanna do this on cardboard or on brown paper bag paper. This way we can kind of burn the edges and make it look old school and like Dark Ages, Game of Thrones, and all that. And that'll be fun. I'm gonna do mine with pen. I'm not sure which one of those. Maybe a little bit of pencil. And we'll see which one works best. I'll probably just try it from the corner because I'm just ripping some of that off. So up here in the corner, let's see how this feels. Oh, that feels horrible because it doesn't actually write. Because it's dead. Let's try this side. It's a little too thick. Let's try this pen. Well, I like that. It's kind of a ballpoint. I feel like I can do a little bit of shading with that. And then I have my trusty Home Depot contractor pencil. Well, I like that. Maybe I'll do a little shading with that. Okay. So start thinking about what kind of dragon represents you. Is it a nice dragon? Is it a dragon kicking back, watching a show? Is it a flying dragon? Is it just a cool dragon head? And we'll make that awesome. But before we do that, I want to do something with all of you. I want to explain a project that's due by the end of the semester. So this will be like one of the last projects due, okay? And I'm going to touch upon it throughout the rest of this year. And this is a project I did it 1 year back at school and it worked out pretty good. And it kind of plays into everything we're working toward this year with assemblage, with repurposing, with fixing things. If it's broke, fix it, okay? And that's your project. I want you to fix something before the end of the semester and it's worth 100 points. You should all get A pluses. It could be something electronic, it could be something ceramic, it could be an old painting that you fix up a little bit and make it look awesome. It's really, you don't need to it'll pop up too. It could be an old pair of shoes or flip-flops that the sole's starting to come off. And that would be as easy as, adding this stuff called shoe goo to it and it adheres shoe soles or fixes holes in shoes. Fixing a piece of leather, sewing something, okay? I'll continue to fix things here and there because that's a craft. It's that show I want to show you guys. It's called The Repair Shop. And it's all about crafts people fixing things and repurposing things. And that's where I want to kind of instill in you guys, beside creativity, using your creativity to reuse stuff and not just throw stuff into the trash, into the landfill. So we're gonna do this, but first I want to start by starting to fix something. And my project for this is gonna require, I'm not gonna tell you what kind of glue, you have to figure it out. I'll show you what I'm gonna fix. I have this cool these serving trays, right? And I saw this yesterday, I'm like, ooh, I gotta get around to fixing that. I do so many crafts on my own, and then I'm like, I might as well do crafts with my crafts class. This is crafty stuff. Now, obviously you don't all have this cool, it's like a serving tray. It looks like a piece of marble with almost some these aren't even inlays. I think these are, whatchamacallit? Old remains, look at this. Here's the bottom. A little bit of epoxy. Oh, see, so there's epoxy over the whole edge of this. See that? Nice. Let me wipe that down a little bit. Cool. Anyway, I have this guy, right? And this is what it should look like. I have another one up here in the corner. I don't know if you can see it. I put some stuff on it. And then I have this one. And it broke. See that? And I want to fix it. And I was going to fix it, and I'm like, I'm making a lesson out of this. Why wouldn't I? And this is what I want you guys to do at some point before the end of the semester, is fix something. So yeah, anyway, what I was saying was, it's this, looks like marble or something with some, these are some kind of like fossils. This must be from, yeah, under, you know, something that was once under the ocean, you know, some mountain that rose up, and it has these like, these looks like some kind of fossils. I actually don't know what these are. I got this, I think, at the flea market, but you can see they have this, they look like shells, kinda, you know, like little squiddy fossil things. I got caught in stone somewhere along the way. And anyway, this one broke, right? So I want to share with you how I'm going to fix this, and maybe there'll be a piece of ceramic plate or something that is broken, and rather than just throwing it away and saying, oh, it's done, we can try to fix it. So I'll move this guy out of the way. This is what we want it to look like. This is the one that's broken. Before we do anything, I always like to start with a clean area, a clean surface. So we'll start by spraying this down a little bit, even my table a little, especially getting the spot that we're gonna end up gluing. And how we're gonna glue it, how we're gonna hold it together. All right, get that all cleaned up there. Cool, I'll move you guys down a little bit. All right, so here's my old plate that I'm gonna fix. Are you gonna fix a plate? Are you gonna sew a hole in from, you know, put a patch on a jacket? I'm not sure. What are you gonna fix? You have till the end of the fixing thing is not due until the end of the year. That's gonna be part of your finale, end of the year thing. So you have time to think about it, and I'm gonna continue to add fixing things to my videos so you have some ideas and you see ways to fix stuff. And you can also look stuff up. Like, you don't have to wait till I do it, because pretty much anything you find that's broken and you need to know how to fix it, there'll be a YouTube video showing you, or I'll be here and you can ask me what glues to use. You know, there's a website I think I mentioned. It's called This to That. And it's literally a website that you put what you're gluing into, and then to what, and then it tells you what kind of glue to use. Swear, put that on. ThisToThat.com. Look at this area here, this brown area. It looks like it must be some kind of mineral deposits, some kind of metal, maybe like a copper or something inside this quartz or marble. I bet that's quartz. Can you see that kind of shininess? That's pretty cool. Oh, the sun just went by behind a cloud. Let me see if it looks better with the light on. Hold on 1 second. Remember I put in my new lights. Just the switch is up high. See how that looks. No, I think I'm gonna keep it off. I like the natural light better. During the daytime, we'll save those for the night. Okay, so this to that.com. I don't need to use this to that because I know what I want to do. Clean out under there a little bit. Clean workspace. That's why I painted these tables. Should have made a video of that. That's kind of fixing something, fixing an old table rather than getting a new table. I just fixed the old one. All right, so this guy, I also want to get a piece of wood to work on here. Sometimes I like to lift it up a little higher so I can see it better and it's a little softer. This is my working wood sometimes. All right, let's see here. So this is going to fit right in there, right? Now how am I going to make that stay? With glue, obviously. You know, super glue would work also. I'm going to use epoxy because I'm going to try to see there's some gaps missing where pieces fell out right there. And I feel like I should try to like add some white paint. White, maybe make a gray epoxy so that then it'll blend in more rather than that just being clear. I don't know. Let's see how it works. So we got that and that. Got my 5-minute epoxy, you remember from the other class. Got a sip of coffee. Epoxy. Rip off a piece of cardboard, then I'm gonna mix the epoxy on. Put that there. I'm gonna grab some paint from right behind you guys. A little white, and a little black. And I'm gonna grab some toothpicks to apply it. Move this off of here. One moment. Don't break it again, Chris. So let's see if we can mix a cool epoxy. Look, I was trying to do a little drag and stuff. We're not gonna need much. Oh, and I also need to figure out how to make it, hold it in place while the epoxy is drying. So if my clamp's big enough, I'm gonna use a clamp. If my clamp's not big enough, I'll use some tape. And it appears to me that I need to get a bigger clamp. All right, next time I go to the Home Depot, I'm getting a bigger clamp because that doesn't fit. Although I don't like going to Home Depot. So I think I'll go to San Lorenzo. Okay, let's get some tape out. We need a little tape. There we go. This will work good. I got some PVC tape. And hopefully that'll hold in place. So let's put some of this out on here. Okay, there we go. Remember, 2-part epoxy. You want equal parts, so try to squeeze it about the same speed. Then pull it back so that it doesn't keep coming out. Oh, stick stuff. Come on, there we go. Wipe it down. Before you do anything, get that cap back on there. Boom. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Epoxy's not the most toxic, but it's still not good for you to breathe any kind of fumes from any kind of construction materials or art materials. They say Elmer's glue is alright and stuff like that, but you know, it is what it is. You hear my dog out there? They're getting crazy. So I'm mixing now. I'll try to match that color. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll try. Let's see, how about a little bit of white over here on the side, so I don't make it too much. And a little bit of black, because I want to get like a gray. Maybe what I'll do is, I'm not sure what I'll do. We'll see. We'll see. And let's get this over here. All right. Let's go clear first. Mix a little more. And then we'll let this set up. We'll let it set up, and then I'll add good. Let's get some of this on here. No, I should get the color first. All right, let's see if this color swirl will work. I'm gonna try to take a little white. Let's get it in there. Let's put some white in there. See how that looks. I want to do white first, because if I do black, it's going to get really dark. All right. That white goes a long way. I like it, though. Now, just the smallest amount of dark. Look at that. Look how much it changes. I did like half a drip, and it's like, wow. I should have done even less, but it's still a nice gray. Let's see. See if we add white. I don't think white's going to change if we add any more, but we can do a little on the side maybe. I'm just mixing it. Yeah, I like that. I like that spot right there. Now what I'm going to do is this. Since I like this for that top area, put this in here. 5-minute epoxy, I don't have that much time. I'm gonna see to make sure that fits right there. It does. And so now, I'm gonna get a bunch of this epoxy up along here on this side. Now I don't really care too much if it comes off and comes around, because I'm gonna sand it down later. Because this whole plate has been grinded and sanded. And epoxy, you can sand it down for sure, no probs. So what I'll do is, I'm gonna get this on. I'm using the darker stuff because it goes from black to white to gray. So I have this kind of all over gray over here. And if there's a little crack, I'm hoping this will fill in the crack and look cool. Now, whenever you're sanding anything, especially paints, epoxies, or glues, I want to make sure you have one of your masks on. Now, the cool thing is, everyone has a mask now. There's, what are they, H1N1s, or what are those masks called? Everyone has that, you know. Let's get that and not breathe any dust from sanding and grinding, okay? Really important. Now, I'm getting down to where the crack was. Put a little more of this in here. I should have taken the tape out already, but I didn't. And then this is the one I want to put in the top. But first, put this on the side. Pull out a couple pieces of tape real fast. I wasn't ready. Should have done this before. As my epoxy's setting up. Oh, don't mess up. There we go. A little bit of tape. Grab a knife. Cut it. Another piece. Knife. Cut it. I can do more later. Now, I'm gonna set this right in there. Oh, I like it. Yep, that's looking pretty good. Make sure it's in. Nice. Nice. Now you see that epoxy line there? That's no biggie. I like that. Then I want to take this epoxy here. I want to fill it in to there. I'm gonna sand it down, don't worry. Oh, it's setting up. I hope it doesn't make a hole. Whatever, we'll see. Okay. I think that's a good color. Let me get a little more in there. Okay. Now I think by the end of my time drawing my dragon, this should be dry enough. I wanna make this in one video. I got a little bit of a hole there. Hey Louie, my Louie dog's down here. Okay, get in there. It's not getting in the hole, hold on. There we go. Did you guys hear that? It was me being in the zone. Did you hear the silence? Zoning. Zonerson. In the zone because I'm running out of time. Now I'll get back in there. Squeeze that in. Alright. I wish I had a clamp. I don't. So right. Backside looks good. I'm not gonna worry too much about, like I said, about all this epoxy here, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand it down. I don't wanna mess with it too much. I could put some up so it's less to sand, but it's just gonna make more. There we go. Just down. Now, need a longer piece of tape, and I'm going to put a piece of tape over, let that dry, then we'll hit it up with the sander Dremel later, and then polish it, and it should come out pretty cool. Give me 1 second. I gotta carry it over here. Oh, this stuff's set up really fast. That's why they call it 5 minute, and it's chilly. I don't know if that makes it set up quicker or not. But hey, yeah, I'm gonna do that just so I can, it'll make it wider, but it'll be just less material to sand off later. And I could always fill in a little more if I need to. Oops, get up. If I had a popsicle stick, I'd use that, but I don't know. I don't have any right now. Okay. This is just the first step in fixing something. What are you gonna fix? So ceramics, you can use crazy glue or 2-part epoxy. If you're trying to match a color, you can mix paint to any one of those. That'll come out cool. Put on some of that, and I'll sand that later. Okay, now, one more time, make sure it really feels right. It's good, but don't break it when you push it down. Okay. Now, hold this in my lap for a second while I get a nice piece of tape. I made those other ones a little too small. There we go. There we go. Because I don't want to just put the tape down on one side. I want to be able to evenly pull both sides down. A clamp would be great. I don't have one though for this size. And then okay. Let's see what that does, huh? Cool. All right, there it is. Glued on. Looks straight. Got the epoxy curing. 5-minute epoxy. Looks good. Put this off to the side. Fix something. 2021. Due by the end of the semester. And I will do more fixing of something as the year goes on. For now, we need to get back to our dragon. So, drawing a dragon. This is an easy project, you guys. Maybe a 1, 2 day, you'll have a chance to work on it some more next class. And make sure that's sitting up all right. Yeah, looks good to me. Cool. Are you looking over there? Good. I decided of these pens, I kind of like this one, I think. Okay. And I got some references up here that I took. I want to see what they look like. Now I'm gonna make my own, something that kind of like feels like I feel. But it's still a dragon. And you know, there's one theory I heard about dragons. You know, they are supposed to be representational of like, the whole idea of a dragon is it's like nature and humanity trying to tame nature. And that's the whole like slaying of the dragon and like that whole thing. So the dragons were like, all the scary stuff that ancient peoples were afraid of when they were like, and there was scary stuff out back then. You know, wolves were a real fear. Imagine that, like you were afraid a wolf was gonna get you. Forget about it. But anyway, that's the thought with dragons is like, it represents how hard it is to tame nature and the world and all that. We shouldn't be taming it, we should be working with it, right people? Anyway, and they're fun to draw. And I'm gonna show you a cool way to draw on this cardboard, and then we're gonna peel away the outside and have a cool texture. And I should finish this in like a half hour. And then we'll go back to our fixing thing, and then we'll be good. Cool. Judging by the time, I don't think we'll have a chance to sand. I'll make that video later and I'll show you guys, because I didn't want that to set up and cure. So we'll finish the fixing. Next class, let's work on this dragon already. All right, quick. I need a mouth. I want a smiley mouth. I want a sharp mouth. I definitely want like spiky nose thing. I think I'm gonna make mine kind of sketchy. I'm feeling sketchy today. Kind of like, you guys all see this all right? Let's see what we got here. Maybe, I'm just doing the head. I'm gonna make a thing around here, something in here, kind of come out this way. I might even do continuous line on mine. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, it's gonna look sick. Down here. And my dragon's gonna have a little bit of a smirk, because I feel a little smirky. Now this is a representation. It's gonna come here. Definitely have some of these like nose things. I like these nose horns. Come back around here. Yeah, something like this maybe. Come in here. Let's see the mouth. I'm gonna put some big teeth in here. I'll throw a few right now. Oh my goodness, look at that. The pen's dying. Hold on. Watch this. Ready? Boom. Still continuous. Come on here. I don't want to get in your way too much. I like the cardboard and how it feels. It feels cool. Yours doesn't have to be continuous line. You can actually really go with it. You can, you don't have to. It's up to you. Come over here and then put some, maybe a tooth coming out. Yeah, like that. Kind of coming this way a little bit. I don't want mine having perfect teeth, because I don't have perfect teeth. Now, is this dragon me? No, it's just a dragon that kind of like feels like I feel. It's my dragon spirit. Teeth are important. They look cool. I'm gonna come in here. I'm definitely gonna do some scribbles under here. Mine's gonna be sketchy, like I said. I'm doing like a quick, sketchy one. Now it's funny because I brought 4 pens out here and my second one's dying. So now I have to go from pen over to pencil. Unreal, unreal, Chris. There we go. Come around here. Now I definitely need some like nostril-y things in here. I really want a pen though. I think I have another one right here. Hold on one second. See, my pen's still not leaving the paper. I'm doing continuous line. Again, you do not have to. Ooh, look at that. I got one. Might as well bring more just in case that one runs out of ink. Oh, here we go. Got a whole thing with pens in it. These will work. So it looks like, without me even expecting it, I am going to have a gonna use a bunch of different things on mine. Oh my God, this is even better. This is the best one anyway. And what I'm trying to show you with this is fun, is if you just kind of like scribble stuff, it really looks good. And that's gonna make a lot of the textures will be done before, and I'm just starting my project and the textures are already there that I want, you know? I'm not doing mine very detailed. I'm just kind of fun. Come around here. Definitely some kind of like counterbalance, spiky things in the chin area. And maybe some drool. I always want some drool, because my dragon definitely does some eating. I'll give a little detail to these teeth. That'll be fun. And I'm just drawing. And I think when I draw like something like this, hold on, you'll wipe my nose. You'll have to lift your pin off if you wipe your nose. Yours does not have to be continuous line. I'm just showing you that if you do continuous line, it kind of makes for cool textures. All right, if this pen dies also, that would be hilarious. It's feeling a little weak, but we'll see what happens. Cool. Take a look. Starting my mouth. Looking good. Let's come around here. Having a couple different kind of pens actually worked out all right for me. I kind of like the way it feels. bring this down a little bit. No, I'm gonna come and just get the general idea. I feel like down here I want some kind of like watery fin thing, you know, jumping near the top, because I'm always in the water. So watch this. I'm gonna do something like this. Something like this. Something like this. And that'll be kind of like a head fin gill. I don't know. Why don't we do a gill too right here? Did that kind of slow just so I can have the basic idea. There we go. See that? Now I gotta come back around. I gotta do this. Right? Oh, I should have done one more. I wonder if I can still sneak one more in here, maybe like. Maybe even one more. Cool. Yeah, and it's gonna be this like cool gill thing down here. All right, let's get back to it. Get back to it, and then I can put some of this. Around here, I'm just kind of. It's all about texture. You can use a bunch of different kinds of materials also. Not materials, pens or pencils, and mix it up a little bit. Kind of works out pretty cool. I'm mostly just gonna do this black pen. I found a good one that works. Scribble a couple cool things on here. Yeah, that's a gill right there. Mine's like kind of be a water dragon. I kind of made him a little too far this way, but I think it's just gonna be the head off of here. I'm gonna cut here, peel away. You'll see, it'll look good. And again, it's all about the textures. I think I'm gonna do a bunch of, oops, sorry. These will be like the scale things. Now, because I'm doing continuous line, I can't do just circles because it won't pick up that well. So I'm doing little swirlies. Swirlies going one way, swirlies going the other. If I did just circles or just scales, I'd have to pick up my, but this works, see? You guys see okay? Good. Let's check on these guys real quick. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Finish my swirlies. And just little scales. I guess, you know, you could probably look up, there's probably all kinds of like books about dragons and the different kinds and the different cultures. I think the cool thing is that like, no matter what, like they've been found throughout all different cultures and styles and all of this. I'm gonna just do this random long kind of couple, just like kind of long. I don't know what they are, just, that looks cool. And a couple here. Let's go right here. Gotta fill in a little bit of dark behind his teeth to make them pop out. Not the teeth themselves. And see, I just move around from side to side, space to space. And there we go. Now I think this will lead into another project down the line where we'll make like masks, or little, not masks, little figurines of dinosaurs or animals or dragons, depending on what you're into. Let's see. I'm gonna go over these teeth one more time. This dark pen. I think that works nicely. There we go. Oh, that's looking sick. let's figure out where and how I want to do the eye. I gotta look back. Yeah, it's looking good. Kind of like a, almost looks like a little fish thing here. Where am I gonna put the eye? What do you think? The eye placement really makes a big difference on how it's gonna like feel. I'm gonna do the eye and work around it, you know. And it's probably gonna have like a little, or maybe like, ooh, maybe here. Maybe something like, there, that look good. There. Oh, but not continuous line, so I gotta get there. I gotta get there. There we go. Now I gotta get back there. Ooh, this pen does not like to do big marks. There we go. I'm gonna do this and make scales right off the bat with this. Sick. And my thought with this one, I really did want it to kind of start to look like a fish, and it is starting to look quite fishy. Because I had a couple of different materials over here, oh yeah, materials, pens and pencil, I'm gonna add even a little bit of pencil to it real quick. So where was I here? Let's pop a little pencil in here, and then I'll go back with my black marker. Just kind of give it a little shading. Unintentional shading kind of deal, you know. Bring this around here, and then his neck. So jaws here, jawline. Cool. Yeah, looks. Mine's looking like seriously like a fish, and that's actually what I wanted. And that's gonna come here. Get a little bit of this in here. And a couple big lines kind of coming out. And another like gill. Hashtag no edit, hashtag no filter. If this doesn't come out